Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Christmas meeting, second day, Tuesday, 12th December 2023 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the Aristotle Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. We look at a few runners which ran against each other in race number 26 in the monsoon season. Jinsuku, who was in 4th spot as they entered the home straight when asked for an effort, dropped back at placing and finished on 5th. We had number 4, which was Almaraz. Almaraz took the turn in 5th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 4th. And number 7 was Tikka, who was leading the pack as they entered the last 200 meters, then dropped back and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Extravagant Star, who won that race by about 3 lengths. Number 3 is Tender Heart. Tender Heart has had 3 starts in this season. First up in race number 2, it finished on 6th, and in race number 9, it finished on 5th. In his last start in race number 19, went over 1600 meters, took the turn in 3rd spot. As the race came to a boil, kept on finding something and stayed on in 3rd. The winner here was Nod, who won that race by 6.5 lengths. We look at the first race of the season, which was race number 1 in the official race card, where Trident Star and Sea Dragon went up against each other. Trident Star, who was in 6th spot as the horses took the turn, and Sea Dragon was in 4th spot as they entered the home straight. Sea Dragon dropped back after being in prominent position and eventually finished on 6th. Trident Star kept on finding something and filled up the frame, finished on 4th behind Tropical Lady, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Number 8 is Misty Grey. This is Misty Grey's first start after skipping the monsoon season. The start we are looking at is from race number 153 previous winter season, where it went over 1200 meters, was in 4th spot as they entered the home straight, and then came up with a run and eventually finished on 4th. And Asterisk was the winner, which won that race by about 3.5 lengths. We move on to the second race of the afternoon, the Adabella Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we're looking at is Jamaica. This is from the current season in race number 12, where it went over 1100 meters. Jamaica was traveling in 3rd spot as the horses took the turn and then brushed up and took charge into the last 200 meters and won that race by a widening margin of 4.25 lengths, beating UV into 2nd. Couple of runners raced against each other in race number 9, that was Kindred Spirit and Magnite. They went over 1400 meters. Kindred Spirit was in 6th spot, and Magnite was in fact leading the pack as they entered the home straight. Kindred Spirit came up with a run and eventually finished on 4th, while Magnite started to slide back and eventually finished on 9th of 11 runners. The winner here was White Roses, who won that race by about 2 lengths. Number 5 is UV. UV has really been very consistent, placing in almost all of his starts. In his last start, UV was in 3rd spot. This was in race number 20, where UV went over 1200 meters and was in 3rd and kept on finding something as they entered the home straight and entered the last 200 meters and finished on a close 3rd behind Tropical Lady. Number 8 is Asterisk. Asterisk, after winning its last start of the winter season, this couple of starts in the monsoon season. First up in race number 21, it finished on 5th. In race number 29, the one we are looking on, 1100 meters, took the turn in 8th spot, then made up a placing and eventually finished on 7th. The winner here was Dance Along, who won that race by about 5 lengths. Moving on to the third race of the afternoon, the Daring Dawn Handicap for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. The first runner we are looking at is Hidden Gold, Dieter Moore out of Coquinella. Hidden Gold, this was the first start it has this season in race number 5, where it was leading the pack as they entered the home straight, where it went over 1200 meters and then kept on finding something until the last 200 meters, when there was a late surge by Delphine, who kicked away from Hidden Gold, and all Hidden Gold was do was the next best thing, finish on 2nd. Four runners went up against each other in race number 10. We had number 3 Queenstown, who took the turn in second spot, then started to drop back and finished on 5th. We had number 5 Multistar, who took the turn in 6th spot, stayed on in 6th. We had number 6 Moselle, who was in 3rd spot as they entered the home straight, then dropped back slightly and finished on 4th. And the other runner was number 8, which is Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom took the turn in 4th spot, then came up with a run and eventually finished on 2nd. The winner here was Time and Tide, who made every post a winning one and won that race by 9 3/4 of a length. Couple of runners went up against each other. That's 1000 Words and number 10. That's a good tip. 1000 Words, this was its first start of the season in race number 30, and what a start it was. It made every post a winning one in the hands of jockey P.S. Chauhan and won that race by a length. The other runner was good tip. After winning a couple of starts in the monsoon season, this was his third start where it was installed the favourite, took the turn in 7th spot, then retired home and finished on 8th, and the winner was 1000 Words. Couple of runners went up against each other again. Number 9 is Burmese, number 11 Maktub. Maktub took the turn in 2nd spot, then dropped back and eventually finished on 6th. Number 9 Burmese took the turn widest of all, then circled the field and absolutely pulverized the opposition, won that race by 6.5 lengths. We move on to the 4th race of the afternoon, the Scarlet Prince Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First runner we're looking at is Palcha. Palcha has already had 3 starts without placing in any of them. In its last start, Palcha took the turn in 8th spot, made up a placing and finished on 7th. This was over 1200 meters, where the winner was Burmese. Number 2 is Zuma. Sir Cecil out of Forest Vision. What a debut this was for Zuma. This was in race number 8. Zuma was lying 3rd as they entered the home straight. Then when asked for an effort, started to accelerate and absolutely cleared away. Won that race by 8 lengths, beating Sandrin into 2nd. Number 3 is Venus. His earlier won in Bangalore in race number 22, where it went over 1200 meters. After switching base to Calcutta, first start it has was in race number 12, where she took the turn in 9th spot, then dropped back and finished on 2nd last of 12 runners. The winner here was Jamaica. Number 4 is Veneno. Veneno had a start in the monsoon season where it finished on 2nd over 1600 meters. This start we are looking at is from the current season in race number 2, where it went over 1600 meters again. Took the turn in 4th spot when asked for an effort. Did not have much to offer, finished on close-up but finished on 5th. The winner here was Raspberry in green, who absolutely pulverized the opposition, won that race by about 6 lengths. Number 5 is Thalamis. Thalamis is Planeteer out of Zawa, a winner of his earlier start in race number 13, where it got the measure of Regan. Over here in race number 16, this was from the monsoon season. Race number 33, where it went over 1600 meters, was in the 7th spot as they entered the home straight, then tried to make a race out of it and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Sagittari, who won that race by almost 3 lengths. We move on to the 5th and feature race of the hour from the second classic of the season, the Confluence Calcutta 2000 Guineas 2023 Grade 2, to be run over a distance of 1600 meters for Indian horses 3-year-old only. First up, we look at 3 runners. This is from the Calcutta Monsoon Derby, where Destroyer made every poster winning one, won that race by about 2.5 lengths to spare. The second place horse was Ramiel. Ramiel took the turn in 2nd spot, and all it could do was finish a little closer to Destroyer. The other runner was number 3, which is Power Racer. Power Racer was racing in the wrong end of the field and never got into the mix, finished on 6th, and the winner was Destroyer. Number 2 is Hornbill. Hornbill so far a maiden of 3 starts. This start was in the current season in race number 14, where Hornbill took the turn in second spot and then chased Kiefer, who was the runaway leader, and all it could do was bring down the margin, but it had to settle for second spot. Number 5 is Tango Punch. Tango Punch has had a couple of starts in Calcutta since moving from Hyderabad. This start is from race number 8, where Tango Punch was lying in the wrong end of the field. This was over 1400 meters, then started to bridge the gap and come up with a run and eventually finished on third. The winner here was Zuma, who had stolen a march. Number 6 is Extravagant Star, air support out of African Sky, winner of his earlier start in race number 26 in the monsoon season. Started this season with a lung opener in race number 12, where it was placed in 5th spot as the end of the home straight. Finished in a punch finish, but all it could do was finish on 5th. The winner here was Jamaica, who won that race impressively. Moving on to the 6th and last race of the day, the Moon Forest Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. We got 4 runners taking part in this one. First up, we got Kiefer, who raced mostly in Pune and Bombay. The start was his first start after coming back to Calcutta in race number 14, and what a start it was. She made every poster winning one, was given a breather by the jockey as the horses took the turn, then kicked away from the field and won that race by almost length and a half to spare. Number 2 is Rashpudi in green, Planeteer out of Paradise Royale. First start after coming down from Bangalore, and what a start it was in race number 2. It was lying second when the jockey asked it to go. It started to absolutely accelerate, won that race by a widening margin of 6 lengths, beating Macchiato into second. Number 3 is Dubai Star. Dubai Star is win legend out of Woodburg. 3 starts so far in this season for Dubai Star. This last start is from race number 22, where it was lying in 5th spot, came up with a run, but all it could do was finish on 5th. The winner here was White Roses, who won that race by 7 lengths. Number 4 is Sagittare, Rodrigo Connor out of Starry Eyes. And the start was in race number 33 in the monsoon season, and what a start it was lying in 5th spot as they entered the home straight and started to accelerate and got into a ding-dong battle with Vinino, and then got stronger as they got closer to the winning post, won that race eventually by about 3 lengths to spare. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you at the races.